This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Omega Kappa DIE. It was written by Colin Richards, who is also our keeper of arcane lore. It's available from Drive-Thru RPG, and I've put a link in the description below. And this is episode 1. If you would like to lend us some support, you can visit our Patreon site. It's your kind generosity that keeps us going. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Colin?
Thank you, Thom. Thunder cracks as a storm rages before a gibbous blood-red moon. Shutters clap against the sides of a proud mansion with Second Empire stylings, resplendent dim light echoes from the windows and the doors. Scream breaks the night. Within the manor, we see luxuriously appointed rooms filled with fine furniture and plush rugs. Dim electric lights set in beautiful brass and glass sconces cast eerie shadows across the walls. The paintings and accoutrements scattered throughout hearken to the strange, the macabre, and the occult. We see Professor Ashcroft, a studious-looking man in his 60s wearing a tweed suit. He's bleeding from an abdominal wound and furiously flipping through a vast leather-bound tome that he's holding. Oh, God. It's all true. It's all happening this very night. We see around him 5 students, his trusted protégés, in the fight against the terrors of the mythos and horrors of the unknown. They stand at the door to the mansion over a pile of 3 bodies, men in black robes that once wielded strange curving knives, now quite dead on the floor. A scuffle has broken out as you've made your way into the mansion. Ashcroft, pale, bleeding. It's all happening. It's all true. We must hurry, my students. We must hurry. With that, I'd like to introduce our students for the evening. Let's start with Mr. Atwood Greaves.
Yes, Professor, we've got to delay them past the conjunctions of the planets. I'm Atwood Greaves. I am a physics student, mostly astrophysics. I've been fascinated with the stars, and the stars seem to be in alignment tonight, and it's very bad.
And indeed, Mr. Greaves. Over to Mr. Everett Lockhart, please.
Professor Ashcroft, don't be worried. We're here to save you. And Everett Lockhart is a student that is not really similar to the others. He's more of an athlete than a scientist, but he's definitely all in.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Lockhart. I know you'll be of great use tonight. Over to Mr. Caleb Barnes.
Doctor, hold still, please. Let me open up my medical bag and at least give you some first aid. Take care of that. You'll be no use to us if you pass out from the loss of blood. Caleb Barnes, third-year medical student, concerned about the doctor.
Wonderful. And with that, I'll real quickly have you make the first roll of the game. Give me a first aid roll, Mr. Barnes.
All right. A 49, which is a regular success.
Regular success. You managed to get some pressure put on this wound, maybe tie up a loose piece of cloth you found or something. He's been stabbed deeply. You know that all you've done is buy him time, maybe 20 minutes, maybe an hour at the most. But unless he gets to a hospital, he will die. Thank you, Mr. Barnes, but we must hurry. My life is of no concern. We must stop him. Over to Mr. Perry Barker, please.
Perry Barker steps up and says, we'll get down to this truth, no matter what it takes. I'm playing a Perry Barker journalism student. I'm a paper boy turned soon to be reporter. Whenever someone tries to give truth the loop, Perry Barker's on the scoop.
Wonderful. Yes, Mr. Barker, thank you. Hopefully you'll be able to report these atrocities to the press.
They have to know. They will know.
And finally, over to Mr. Mickey O'Cleary. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. It's okay, Ashcroft. We'll make it. As I stoop to get underneath him and start trying to make his weight lean on me as we start trying to get out of there. Mickey O'Cleary. I'm a third-year historian buff. Little bit on the suave side of things, as you could tell. Always properly dressed, always neat, well. I don't know what else much to say about him at this point. You just got to find
Mickey,
out.
let Everett help you with that. He's way stronger than you.
Well, if he would get up and go over here and try, we have to go now.
Oh, yeah.
No. Zephyrius, he's in there. We must go in and find him. He's a madman. He intends to complete the summoning this very night. I've seen it, the charts, the stars, they're all aligned tonight. If we don't stop him now, all is lost. All is lost. We must go into the manor. We must pass this. I'm in no shape to move very much, but you, my students, search the manor, seek out Zephyrius. He must be in here with his crazy cult. I fear he's performed the 5 rituals already, and the summoning will be complete soon. We have to hurry. Go!
You leave all that up to us, Professor. You got to get to the doctor.
Mr. Barker,
were the bodies armed?
Yes, they had these twisting, curving knives that they were wielding.
I'm grabbing one of those. So
yeah, knife time.
We got to fight our way in. We don't have guns because we're students.
No guns, unfortunately. To represent the fight that you just went through, I'd like everybody to roll a d4 and subtract that from your hit points, and a d3, so a d6 divided by 2, and subtract that from your sanity. I don't know if you've ever killed a man before, but 3 men now lie dead at your feet.
Oh, I apparently being on the streets is not the same as taking a life, because I just rolled max on both of those dice. The Necronomicon dice were like skull time.
Nice.
So that's 6 and 4.
Nice. So, yep. So,
I
4
think
health and 3 sanity loss.
And 3 sanity, yeah.
Yep, as you've seen this. Zephyrius kind of opens the door to the manor, and he kind of leans his way in, slumps against the wall a little bit. He says, I believe Zephyrius has completed the 5 rituals, the 6th and final one, the summoning. He has to be doing it here. The stars are right tonight. If you find any notes, bring them to me. Maybe I can put a stop to this, but I fear it may even be too late. Be careful of his cultists. They're madmen. Oh, God. Go, my students.
Where might he be? Upstairs, downstairs, in the basement?
I'm not sure. I'd stick to the first floor, at least for now. It seems like the main area. And you can see entering into the foyer, again, a resplendent manor. It's plush. It's as ritzy and wealthy as you can imagine, although the paintings on the wall are of obscure, strange, maybe you see some Goyas kind of from the Spanish War and things like that. There's even mounted animal heads on the wall, but they all look ferocious and terrifying. You see the hall stretches before you, and if you look at the map, you're on the first floor foyer. You just entered the front porch. To your left and right are pocket doors, which you would surmise lead into the living room and the library. Both are locked, both are shut. These pocket doors are shut. From underneath of the living room one, you see a little bit of almost like candle or flickering firelight dancing out from below there. There's no sounds that you can hear currently. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm frantic, so I'm moving forward, and I'll throw open any doors that I come to. So the library door, I fling it open where I see the
Okay.
light.
You go to it's like a pocket door that allows the library, but it is latched from the inside. So there's no keyhole or anything here.
I'll jam my knife between the two doors and move up, so if it's latched, it'll unlatch it.
I love that. Perfect. Yeah, you get in there and you lift that up, and it leads into the library. An absolutely magnificent library stands before you, floor to ceiling, built-in bookshelves containing hundreds of volumes of what appear to be strange and occult books. Marble busts and a large globe sit amongst the shelves. A lightning flash illuminating towards the southern area where there's a large bay window. In front of this bay window, you immediately notice a table is set up here, and there's a couple of chairs around it. Of note, slumped over the table, like as if facing towards you, but head down, is a person in a black robe. And on the table surrounding them and on the floor, probably a good dozen, maybe 24 bottles of various liquors, alcohols, wines, all tipped over, surround this individual. Lightning again, flashing around here. What would you like to do?
Do we
Where's
all see
everybody
this,
else?
or is this only Atwood?
Are you all following me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody can see this.
I'm going to try to move the professor into this room and set him in one of the chairs.
Okay.
So he's
The professor. Thank you, Mr. Bonds. Thank you.
Is there
Let's get you settled into one of these chairs. I don't. It'll help with keeping you still aware.
Thank you, Mr. Bonds. Your kindness has always been quite a boon on us.
And then
is there a phone in this room?
Give me a spot hidden roll, please.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm checking the pulse of the man that is laid down on the floor on the table.
Perfect. We'll do Mickey first, and then we'll do Mr. Barnes. Mickey, what did you get?
Got a 78 on a 60, so that's a fail.
That is a failure. Okay, no problem. Yeah, you don't happen to see a phone in this room, but I will say this. You would surmise that this place probably would have a phone at this point in time. It just may be located elsewhere.
Okay.
So, but not here. Mr. Barnes, you go to the slumped over figure. It's completely covered in this robe. You can't see the face or anything. So we'll say you like flip it back, and a horrifying sight greets you as this man's face is marked in this like scream, quite dead. But you see this crust of like vomit, alcohol. It just reeks of booze and strong liqueurs. He's wearing a mask, even under the hood. And the mask is like brass or some sort of, ceramic. And it's got all sorts of scenes on it of like animals. We'll say like baboons, maybe a scene of baboons that are engaged in like fornication and fighting, and just this like orgy of violence are on this mask. And this like bros in there. Give me a sanity roll, please, as you flip that guy over.
Nope, I failed.
One sanity loss, please.
Are there any other doors?
Yes. You will say you see right across there is a door into what appears to be a small study that's directly across the pocket door that you entered.
So while they're doing that, I'll go to that door and throw it open and see if there's anybody there.
I follow Atwood because
Perfect.
I'm not really much of a help, neither with medicine nor books. So yeah,
Give you my knife.
I have a baseball bat. So
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
yes, you do. Yes. Perfect. I love that. So we'll get to what Mr. Greaves and Mr. Lockhart see here in a moment. I'd like to know anything else in the library from Mr. Barnes, Mr. Barker, or Mr. O'Cleary.
I'm removing the mask off the guy to see if this is the person we're looking for.
I see. You remove the mask from this individual. This is not Ephraim Zephyrus, disgraced Miskatonic professor turned occultist and cult leader. This is, in fact, dun dun dun, it's Dr. Jones. He taught anatomy at Miskatonic University with you. You've had him in class. He's been riding your ass all year.
Who would have ever thought he was part of this?
As you flip him over, I'm going to give you a spot hidden roll for me. Actually, all three of you can make this that are in the room.
All right. Yes, I passed with a hard success.
Regular success.
Hard success. Perfect.
And I got a regular as well. Oh,
I do like that.
And where did I find this?
It is like folded up and it's underneath of one of these bottles, these dozens of bottles of, like, it's under like a whiskey bottle or something.
It is the Hymn of Revelry, translated from the Black Book. Bacchus, god of drunken pleasure, Cthulhu knows of thy treasure. Drown my madness at thy leisure. Drink, my brothers, drink. We'll drown the world in potent brew. This world's a lie, I know it true. So I'll drink a toast to you, who drink my brother's drink. Old Yog-Sothoth tips back my bowl, a tasty way to lose control. And to Hedon I give my soul. Drink my brother's drink.
What a load of nonsense.
yeah. I mean,
Hell
the
is
only
this?
like what kind of? I mean, the only recognizable name in there was Bacchus. I mean, sure, he's Greek god of revelry. I mean, I guess there's some what is it? Some pagans that are interested in the Greek gods and stuff, but nothing else. The whole thing, all the rest of it's a load of junk. I mean,
These Looney Tunes are, I don't know what the hell they're into, but
More of a-
Baba Baba Baba, drink.
They're-
Like
they're-
it's
they're-
like
they're dangerous. We got to stop them.
like a little tune to drink to.
I'll say one other thing, because I believe when you guys made your spot hiddens, we got at least a hard, extreme, like we got multiple successes.
yeah. Mickey got extreme.
You'll notice that behind the professor who is now dead here at the table, you see these, the walls are this perfect wood paneling. Everything's like mahogany, nice. But something sticks out to you is carved along the under one of the windows, the central window. You see a number of small wooden stars carved that are connected by various lines. They are looks like a constellation, if that makes sense.
No,
All right, I think I'm just gonna be like
astronomy.
Sorry.
An astronomy roll. See if I recognize
You can make an
the
astronomy
constellation.
roll, of course. Yeah.
I just want to reach out and touch it and just kind of feel it. Just
Sure.
like
See if it's
just
secret
curious
buttons.
about it.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like
I
taking
got-
notes. So good.
I got an extreme. I got a 9 out of 70.
An
For all the extremes, let's get all this out.
So
of
I
the
either
way.
know that it doesn't look like any constellation, or
This is the constellation Camelio Pardalis. It looks kind of like a triangle with a couple of lines coming off of it here.
yeah.
Feeling it, it feels like it's carved out of the wood. And again, not in a way that somebody took like a knife and scrawled it, but like it is a piece of finery carved into the wall here. It's specifically part of the decor, if that makes sense.
This is weird. This is constellation Camelopardalis. I think in the night sky it points at the Big Dipper,
That's right.
as I recall.
Yeah. Perry's just gonna be like taking notes of all this, and I think is it low? Can I get to it to do like a can I get an etching of it?
Yeah, sure, but it's probably a good like foot or more in. It's not a small
Okay.
thing. It's a relatively prominent piece here, but like where the
Alright, I think
rest
I'll
of the
just yeah. I'll probably just like
It's fine.
sketch it then in my little. I'll just sketch it since I don't have enough paper for all that.
sure.
If I point at it and follow it along to where it would point to something else, do I see what it's pointing to?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna say give me a luck roll. I don't know if you guys have rolled luck yet or not, so I don't know if it's on your sheets. I can't
Oh, it
remember.
is on my
It is.
sheets. I don't have much luck.
That's
Oh
fine.
God, neither do
Oh,
I.
I got 17 out of 30.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, you kind of follow it along, and it looks like it leads to I don't know. There's like a marble bust of like the like a satyr of some sort, like on the shelves or whatever, and it points over. It points over to that. We're gonna say
Like
Is there a phone in?
possibly the god Paniotes, sex god, Priapus, something like that.
possibly, possibly. Mr. O'Cleary will cut over to you. Are you like exiting the room? Are you looking around for a phone? Then you were saying, or
Yes, was there another phone perhaps in this room as well? I'm keeping an eye out. Just every room I go to, we need to call the police at this point. We have
you
at
can
least one person.
you can pop out into the hall, and yeah, just up the hallway a little ways is a little like past the big staircase here. You see just a little like area for a phone, like one of those little set where you can kind of sit down and pick up the phone and call on it. But yeah, that's right there and kind of centralized in the house.
Okay, I want to run towards it.
Great. Yep, you get there. You pick up the phone. You get the operator. Operator, how can I help you?
Operator, quick, we need emergency services out to whose home was this again?
Zephyrus Manor. You could give the
Just
address. That's fine.
Zephyrus Manor, 411 West Elm
Six
Street.
six six Satan Drive.
Yeah. Quick, we need medical reinforcements, anything, emergency services. We have a man who's dying here.
Dying man. I'll get somebody out there right away. You hang tight,
Yes, please
Sonny.
hurry. He doesn't have time.
Yeah. One dead and another dying by the minute.
You hang tight. You hang tight. I'll get the police. I'll get the first responders out there immediately.
Okay, and I just kind of hang up the phone really quickly, and I'm just looking around, just in a panic to see if there's anybody
Perfect.
coming towards us.
You look around, and where you are currently is kind of in the hall right by those stairs, and you can kind of see into the just up there at the dining room. It's pocket doors are open. You can kind of peer in there, and it looks like a big table has been set up in there, and you see that there's a number of chairs. There's a number of little like little cocktail glasses or whatever, and just a few bottles of wine here and there. But something catches your eye as you look. You see there is kind of a couple of these ceramic jugs, and they stick out to you. They're not like wine bottles, whiskey, or anything like that. These almost look like a Grecan like urn of some kind or a cask, and all around them are carved on them these figures in that Grecan style of people engaged in various forms of debauchery. They're having sex with each other and animals, and they're stabbing each other, and they're like burning alive, and just all this craziness on there. And you kind of get in there and a little whiff, and it smells like this incredibly sweet floral scent, but there's no drops left. You can make a spot hidden for me, please.
Okay. Where'd my dice go? Let's see. That's just a regular success, 53 on
Regular
60.
success, no problem. You find two things. You find there's a piece of paper sitting there, kind of tucked in, looks like it was like absently forgotten. And on top of it is a key. Just a small key that looks like it's only, maybe like 3 inches long. And the second thing, which is arguably more important, is a slip of paper. And I'm going to say you can read this out, or you can take it back to the group and then read it out to the audience at home.
Okay.
But with strange scrawls on it all over. And it's kind of wine soaked and stuff like that. The other thing of note is up here, it smells amazing in the kitchen. Like it smells like a Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day feast has been cooked up there, although you haven't gone in yet. Perfect. Let's cut then real quick to, I believe, Mr. Greaves and Mr. Lockhart were breaking down the door and heading into the study. Is that correct?
Correct.
Perfect. You make your way into the study. Nobody's here. You don't hear any movement, any creaks or anything like that. This is a small but well-appointed space where apparently people would do work. The library was used to house the books. This is more like they have those like little lecterns on some desks and areas to write and stuff like that. And it's just covered in paperwork and things of that nature. Like somebody was in a fury writing and jotting things down and making notes and throwing stuff everywhere. And looks like a lot of work has been done in here recently.
Is that son of a bitch? We've got to find him and stop him. I could hear Mickey out in the hallway talking on the phone to the police. If we're going to do something, we got to do it before they get here.
Yes, let's hurry up. Can I have a look? What was he working on, or whoever was working in this room?
Certainly. You look around, a lot of it looks like just scrawled nonsense. There's characters that you don't recognize. There's, it looks like tomes have been opened up. Even just staring at some of these books that are open give you the heebie-jeebies. They've got weird symbols all over them. As you kind of sort around, Mr. Lockhart, though, you do find a piece of paper on top that has at least something that even resembles English that you can look at.
Oh my.
And I'll say with that, you guys can probably all reconvene, discuss what you have found, etc. So,
Okay. I am going to be showing back up after I've gotten off the phone and I have the piece of paper in my hand and I'm coming back. What the hell have we stumbled into? Everyone's talking about Dionysus and Bacchus and all these weird, like, what the hell? And then I just show the piece of paper and I start passing it around. Like, I can't make heads or tails of anything.
It's a star chart.
Yep. So how?
Even a star chart?
Yeah.
It's a star chart. There's Count Lopartolus and the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, and that's as far as my astronomy actually goes. I don't know what the other two are, but I would probably know.
There's more mention of Bacchus and Dionysus again, along with mentions of the stars being right in a long amount of time, and it coincides with this other paper I found over here that mentioned Bacchus as well.
Here it says, as detailed by the Mad Abdul Alazared in the Necronomicon.
Oh no!
Isn't that one of those books at the university that?
Yes, that's one of the very, very special, dangerous books that Ashcroft says we have to be very careful with. That if they're using stuff from that, then this is very, very not good.
Why don't we show the professor some of the stuff? Maybe he can give us some more details.
All right. The professor is in the chair. Yes, students, what have you found here? A star chart of some kind?
Show them that and the paper as well that says drink, the hymn of revelry. I believe the other thing is men around here have drank themselves to death.
That's the first one.
God.
The rite of carnality, the treeest of lustful passions on the paper.
It is a piece of paper with some staining on it, red staining. Could be blood. Could be red wine. And it says, the rituals bring forth the key. Only between dusk and dawn, when the stars are right, may they be performed. Each must be performed in a specific location, equidistant from the plinth and from one another. We have marked the house in preparation. Then there is a number of constellations. I can recognize the Big Dipper. The others one are not recognizable for me. It's the first one is the rite of carnality, the trust of lustful passion, the tryst. The second one is the rite of ingurgitation, the feast of utmost gluttony. The third is the rite of entheogenosis, the pilgrimage of expanded consciousness. The fourth, the rite of tarantism, the dance of ecstatic frenzy. And the last one is the rite of imbibication, the bench of drunken spirits, the holy song of revels. And then it continues the text. Once all 5 keys are in the hand, the final rite of summoning may be performed. Once the first key is charmed, his return cannot be prevented, merely delayed. He will be free. He will be free. We have our volunteers. Their sacrifices will be rewarded tenfold times by him. And I showed this to group saying, madness.
Oh, God.
It
wasn't
all
utter
5 have been
madness.
done.
Yes, because this is the 5th one actually. This is the 5th one is the star we found and the drunkenness.
I don't mean to worry anyone, but I did find this, and I hold up the key, and there was a smell of food in the kitchen that I had just heard. There may be another key. Something tells me that we're about to find 4 more bodies at least.
Let's hope they haven't finished.
We need to hurry.
We
need to hurry. They need to split up.
The star chart is interesting too. It's detailed by Abdullah Lazarus, the Necronomicon. Seek then his prison when the stars are right. Bring forth then the 5 keys which may summon or seal. 1/3 the 1/2 day, 1/3 the hour. The stars are right this year. Next opportunity is in 25,436 days. It must be done now. His power is beyond limit. All pleasure shall be given. Bacchus Dionysius, Hedony, Charis, Kamadeva, Meth, Almetokli, and Nikansi. These sound like deities from different pantheons in Greek.
If somebody could make a roll for, I'll do history or potentially occult.
I have a cult.
I could
potentially give more information. All right, you can both make it. I can give you different things.
I did not make it.
Ooh, I got an 11, which I think is just a hard. Yes, it's just a hard. That's good.
Perfect. With hard success, you know that all of these names with the occult are deities of pleasure, revelry, alcohol. Their portfolios include things like tobacco, fornication, dancing. So basically, pleasure to a degree that is hedonism beyond mortal comprehension. I will also say that looking through this here, you get that sense that once 5 rituals are completed, you get 5 keys. And once you have 5 keys, you can either summon or seal with them. You believe Zephyrius is somewhere doing that.
And we have one of them.
We do.
Assuming that we do.
If we're not too late and it's already been used.
Do we believe they're talking about physical keys?
Well, it's odd that we have a key and he's talking about keys. So.
Oh, and did you also need me to roll on a history? I got a hard success as well.
Oh, perfect. Hard success on that. With a hard success on history, I'm going to say that looking through this, there's lots of various cults throughout history that have been into this like revelry, this kind of hedonism, as it's named for after the goddess Hedone or whatever. Bacchanalias is in the past. A lot of them take it to such a degree that it ends ugly. Things that might just be like dancing, tarantism turns into like broken bones and people being killed. It's the type of thing that usually ends ugly for a lot of these cults, and they've often been outlawed throughout history in various times and places and things like that. I will also say with your hard success here, I'm going to say too that, maybe you can look and maybe it just comes to you. But, a third the day or a half day, a third the hour, something like that. Like that seems to stick out to you as something relating to time in a strange way. And maybe you look at the little key that you found too, and You've probably seen this before, but like maybe it looks like a clock key, like the type of key you would use to wind a clock with. So maybe those two things gel in your mind with your success there. But Ashcroft will take your notes, coughing. Thank you. If he's summoned all 5 of the keys, if the summoning is going to begin, it might be too late to even stop it. According to these notes, all we can do is halt it for a time. We must stop him. We must find him. He has to be here somewhere.
Right, Doctor. I'm going to rush over to the living room. You said that it was sealed, right?
Right.
And I'm going to try to open it. Like, since I don't have an item on me, I'm just going to try to attempt to push it open.
It is unlocked. Only the little one to the library was locked here. You see that the electric lights here are off, save for a few candles lit in corners, and a small but cozy fire is merrily burning in the fireplace here. You see immediately there's a pile of neatly folded clothes, men and women's, probably a good 15 to 20 sets as far as you can tell, are folded up and pushed against a sofa on the wall. All of the furnitures have been moved to the walls, but in the middle of the room on like a settee, you see another individual. This is a man, full nude aside from his mask on, and he's kind of dead curled up like that. He looks like he's covered in the remains of like sweat. You could smell that body odor smell, and the room is empty aside from that you see.
Nice.
With that, if you want to search the room further, I would need
Well, I'm
spot
just
hidden
checking.
roll.
Since I'm the medical person checking him, what does he look like he died of?
Give me a medicine or first aid roll, your choice.
I will do the medicine, and I had a regular success.
Regular success. Yeah, looking at the body here, it looks like he had either a massive heart attack or a stroke, some sort of cardiac event. It looks like this man has been working out hard for hours and collapsed due to that exhaustion, caused something to bust within him. His heart is, somewhere. So, but clearly a cardiac event of some kind.
Taking a look at him a little bit more carefully, does it look like he's been very sexually
It does,
active?
yes.
Yeah.
You would guess that he has probably been engaged in rigorous lovemaking and caused his heart to go at some point.
Forbidden carnal knowledge.
Yep.
I think I found the yelling over towards the library. I think I found the guy that are one of the victims for lust.
Oh God.
Is there
Any
a key?
keys?
No keys that you see. No keys that you see.
That's not
No
good.
keys. Do I see a piece of paper or anything since they've been?
No, looking around, you don't see anything like that, but something does catch your mind. On a brick-mounted dead center above the fireplace, you do see what looks like a few of these constellations that are carved here.
All right. There does seem to be something carved of a constellation over the fireplace.
Which one is it?
I have
this-
no idea. I have nothing. No, I don't know anything about astronomy. I'm a medic, not a astronomer.
Does it match our picture?
Let me look.
Our picture just kind of like an etch-a-sketch.
It does, yeah. You can just hold the picture up. It matches that one that's the rite of carnality. I'll give it to Mr. Greaves with no roll. I think this is something you would just probably know at this point. But this is Ursa Minor.
It's a Little Dipper.
The Little Dipper. And I look at the naked guy, I'm like, yep, the Little Dipper.
Very little.
When I see this happening, I have a thought that they mention a plinth, and they mention it's equidistant from each other. So I try to move down the hall towards the central part of the house. Is there anything there?
Yeah, the
Statue
central
on a
part.
plinth.
the central part of the house that you would find is in fact the hall near the stairway here. So kind of like directly, if you look at the map, you're pretty much directly south of where that morning room starts and the water closet. Give me a listen roll, Mr. Lockhart.
That's a fail.
Fail. Okay. You strain your ears to try to hear anything, and you don't hear anything moving around or anything major. But just from around behind the stairs where the hall is towards the where it says solarium, there's a little room between the sitting room and the study that says hall. You hear this tick, 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 ticking coming from there. Just a faint tick, 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 tick.
Isn't a clock ticking or?
Yeah, it sounds like a clock is ticking through there.
I carefully move in that direction.
All right. You make your way into that hall, and on the map, if you look, it's right. It's a black spot that's right backed up against the stairs, and you see this massive grandfather clock. It's all carved and ornate out of wood, mahogany with like brass inlays. It's covered in astrological symbols on the face of it. You see this huge pendulum, and while it's ticking, its hands are not moving. They're just kind of static. They're set to like midnight and midnight, like they're both pointing straight up. The pendulum's not swinging, but you hear this tick, 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 ticking coming from it, like it should be, but it is not.
Oh, I call the rest of the gang. Guys, I found something. Does it open, the clock?
There's a little door in the front, like it's glass, and it opens up no problem.
Is there anything?
It's not. The pendulum's not going. How's it ticking?
I don't know.
Maybe spring action?
Well,
Well, you should be able to hear where it's coming from.
these big grandfather clocks, they're I forget what the name of clock parts are. The armature, whatever the body of the clock is, it sets in that box up at the top where the dial is. You should be able to just remove that to get to the mechanism. If I do that, is the mechanism working, or is it just hanging?
You put your hands on the side of it. It's huge. And you try to pull, doesn't budge. In fact, looking at the back, it looks like this whole clock is kind of built into the wall. There's no gap between the back of the clock and the wall. It's like mounted to it.
This isn't really a clock, or it's not this clock. This is part of a larger mechanism that is built into the walls.
Is there
You don't think the whole house
is there
is
something a
part of
small
it, do
key
you?
could fit into?
You do. You, in fact, see there's like a constellation. It's almost like that picture from the Sistine Chapel that's painted of like God and Adam's fingers touching. And right between is like this little keyhole, little couple, maybe like a quarter of an inch tall kind of a thing. Just a small little area you could insert a key into.
Okay, I start patting myself down and I pull it out and I just put it in.
You put it in. As you turn it, it goes tick, 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 and you see the hands are beginning to move around as you're winding this key.
So I found the key to the clock. It's just ticking.
But it's just setting
it's
the
moving
clock.
those hands around. Yep.
I just
One
stop.
third the 1/2 day.
Yeah.
1/3 the hour.
So a third of a half of a day would be would be 4. Like depends on when you start.
Yeah.
Like so 4 a.m.
Right.
would be like but then a third of the hour would be 20 minutes, right?
4:20.
4:20.
How?
But it all depends on when they consider the start of the day. Wouldn't the start of the day would be daylight?
Well, the start of the start of daylight is that, but technically speaking, the day starts at after midnight, like or at
At
midnight.
least that's the way we calculate it now. And it's
And
not in
started at midnight
sidereal time.
anyway.
Oh, this clock was at midnight when we found it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So set it for 4:20.
Start going. Tick, 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 tick,
And
tick,
I hope we're not. I hope the whole house isn't some sort of a mechanism
That's
to
what I'm
summon
thinking.
the darkness.
Yeah.
But
You turn tick 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 tick, and it takes a little bit. It's almost like winding a watch. You have to go around here. Very inconvenient, but finally you get to 4 on the hour and 20 minutes. You wait for a minute, and then you hear a bong. A few things happen at once. Below you, near your feet, a hidden drawer you had no way of seeing previously, kind of shoots out, and it's not got much in it. Just a couple of random what look like knickknacks or something like that in there. A couple scraps of paper, or whatever. And then you hear from right around the corner in the library a ka-chunk, and Ashcroft goes, "Oh!" As he's seated in the library near the dead man. Something's happened in here.
I rush to the library.
You run into the library. You see that right as you run around the library into the study, and then right into the library, the bookshelf that's on the far northern wall, the one that's butted up against the stairs that go up, is kind of popped open a little bit. And you can see there's, peering it open and looking in, you see there's like a hidden staircase that goes underneath of the larger staircase that goes up. There's an eerie purple light coming from under there, and you hear this chanting as many voices. In this strange language you can't make out. Ashcroft goes, "That's it. That must be his hidden lair." God.
I've got a question. Is there like a lamp, like a gas lamp or a
Oil
lamp
lamp?
that might have like an oil? Yeah. Anything
Yeah,
like that
sure.
around?
Yeah, you can find an oil lamp, no problem. Yeah.
we probably have flashlights, though, correct?
I want it for a different reason.
I know exactly why you want it.
A good way to make them stop.
Yes. In fact, as you're going along, is there any of the liquor bottles still filled with something?
Actually, the liquor, yeah, I'll say you could probably find like maybe there's like enough that you could maybe pour a couple remainders together and make like a little bit more, if that makes sense.
God,
So
that's a
if you're
horrible
looking to make
college
like a
combination.
Molotov or something, you could probably get one worth of that.
Gonna do that. And let's get down there. We gotta stop this.
My students, I fear he's down there with what remains of his cult at the danger level, but if he starts that ritual, if he puts even one key into the plinth, according to this, the ritual cannot be stopped, merely halted for a number of years. I worry that it might already be too late, but if we can halt it, at least for now, then perhaps in almost 70 years, another generation can take up the mantle of our fight and close this for good. Good luck to you, my students.
Thank you, Professor. And I just run.
I am too. Yeah, I'm kind of reckless.
You open, you hear that strange purple light. You get down into this chamber. It's in the basement. If you look, there's a edge of a pentagram shaped cutout in the basement. This is a 5-sided chamber. The middle of it is a plinth about 3 to 4 feet high that you see sticking up. It all looks like it's carved out of like sandstone or something. On the walls are these bas-reliefs of people engaged in orgies of violence, debauchery. You see people drinking. You see people doing drugs, killing each other, fornicating with one another, dancing, bones breaking. The lights in here with this strange purple glow are disorienting and bizarre, but there is probably a good 15, 16 black-robed people here, all on their knees, cheering out. Standing at the plinth, however, is a man in a dark suit with dark robes with a severe face. This, is Ephraim Zephyrus, formerly of Miskatonic, now a cult leader. His robes are covered in obscure symbols. Behind him stands a man with a velvet inlaid box, and there's a bunch of glowing crystalline shapes on them. Zephyrus grabs one. It begins and plunges it into the altar. All at once, you see that a ripple shoots up from the splint and begins to open like a tear in reality itself. You feel this wind and howling, and a strange presence comes upon you. It begins! He grabs another key, about to put it in. We're going to go into initiative order at this point. As you all get to go. What's everybody's initiative? Or what's everybody's dex, I should say?
50.
I have an 80.
80?
40.
60.
Okay. So, Mr. Barker, you...
60.
And I'm sorry, what do you have, Mr. Lockhart?
60.
60? Okay. Mr. Barker, you're definitely first then. As you see, he picks up another key that's kind of like amber in color. It begins! Our God returns! He begins to insert it into this plinth.
If I can I try and like run up and just like slice slap the key out of his hand or something? Like just stop him from putting it in?
I love it. Go ahead and roll me a fighting brawl roll.
All right.
And I'm going to make a dodge roll for him. I can't really roll it on board in front of the table, so I just have to put my word for it.
Ooh, I got a 22. Shame we're not playing Delta Green, but I got a 22, which is still good. That's a hard success for me.
And he received a failure. So you run up and what's this look like? Paint me a picture.
Yeah, so I specifically I was thinking about do I just stab him or something, but I don't want to risk stabbing him and then with his last breath he puts the key in. So I'm just no, I don't care if I'm gonna cut his hand off or just slap the key out with the knife. I'm just coming in with the dagger that I picked up from the cultist and just hacking so that I'm not letting him put that key in.
All right, I love it. You hack at him. We'll say you get into his arm. Roll me damage. Give me a D6.
That's 5.
5 is good enough. You slash into him. You go right through the bone. This knife is so keen and sharp. His hand flies off, bludgeoned. He screams out, "No! You've interrupted it!"
It's not your right to undo the world!
Flies off. He's screaming. Who do we go to next? You all put your things in there. So 80. So I believe that's Mr. Lockhart or Mr. O'Cleary. Does anybody have a 70? Nope. Okay. Mr. Lockhart, Mr. O'Cleary, what would you like to do in this moment? The cultists, everybody's going, oh, getting up. But yeah, you see there's a guy behind Zephyrus. He's got a box with more keys in it. He's looking like he's scrambling, going to try to grab one. What are you doing?
I personally want to throw the oil lamp at the box where they're pulling the keys from. I don't care if I hit the guy pulling the keys out and he's set on fire, or if I hit the box. I just want fire all over it so no one wants to touch it.
I love it.
So if I miss, I don't care.
I love it. I wouldn't say you could do a throw or a fighting brawl roll, whichever you prefer, just to see how accurate your aim is with this.
Oh, my throw's not that high, and fighting brawl, I'm trying to remember. It's not high either. Okay, let's see how this goes. Nope, it's a fail. 34.
Yeah, you throw it, and maybe it splashes his feet. Fire goes up the hem of his robe. He's not dousing it. He's like, oh shit! And he drops this box to try to put himself out. Zephyrus yelling, "No, the keys! Get them! Put them in the plinth!" Yelling out, grabbing the stub of his hand. Mr. Lockhart, how about yourself? Cultists are beginning to stir and stand up here. You see that, a number of them have, looks like they're maybe pulling daggers out and stuff like that. But what are you doing?
I'll charge Ephraim with my baseball bat, swinging at him. and screaming, "Party's over, deviants."
I love it. Give me that fighting brawl roll. And he's going to make a dodge with a penalty die. Oh,
That's extreme success for me.
well, I got a critical failure. So I got a 98. So what's a baseball bat? Let's say D8. I like that.
It's a home run.
That's a 5 in total with my damage bonus.
5. And you paint me a picture. What's that look like as you're cracking into him?
Well, I imagine his head as a giant baseball and just
Bam! It hits him in the head. Teeth fly out of his mouth. His eye pops, and you see him begin to tip over. As he begins to fall. We go to either Caleb Barnes or Mr. Greaves. I don't know who has higher. I think Mr.
50.
Greaves.
I do
50.
believe Greaves.
Yep.
I was originally going to go up and try to stab Zephyrius, but after all of that's happened, I am going to scoop up the box with whatever is in it to keep it away from them.
Okay. You went over and you grab this box, and like I said, keys scattered, but maybe you can grab one or two of them. And they're these incredibly crystalline things that feel like they don't weigh anything at all. One's sharp and jagged and red. The other's maybe small and blue with an eye on it. But you're grabbing it. And yeah, you take a moment to get this away from the flaming guys. The Furious is falling over. And then Mr. Barnes, finally, how about yourself?
Seeing the fires already start, I'm going to toss in my bottle to expand the fire to catch some of these other cultists.
Perfect. I love that. Go ahead and give me a throw or a fighting brawl roll, please. Let's see
Ooh.
how accurate the aim is.
Well, that was good. I had it's a critical success with the throw. I had an 04.
Hell yeah. You douse probably a good 5 or 6 of these people here. It bursts, catches on the fire. Their robes go up like kindling. They start screaming, oh God, here in this chamber. So you've put them out of commission, which is amazing. Unfortunately, it is now the cultist turn. Zephyrius, quite dead, keels over, but he falls towards the plinth. And just as he's falling, something bizarre happens. It's almost like a huge, in anticipation, this hole in reality that's appeared, this tear is begins to sputter. And suddenly a vast wind you feel is a sucking sensation. And Zephyrius' body never hits the floor. It falls in and is sucked into this eternal void or whatever. People are screaming, cultists are screaming. There's papers start flying around as this massive wind comes up. The cultists, for their part, however, the ones that are remaining, stand up. Some of them have knives, and some in the back pull out shotguns from under their robes and level them at your group. We're going to take some shots. I'd like everybody to make me a dodge roll, please.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
It's nice knowing you guys.
Yeah. Listen, we're gonna die doing what we loved. Oh God, I don't even have a dodge, but my dex is okay, so I might live. It's like a coin flip, but less so good.
Failure.
I could literally spend every point of luck I have and still fail by 2.
Ooh. Ugh. That's bad.
I got an 88. We're lucky it's not Delta Green.
I got an 86.
Okay, so
It's a
Reeves is
hard success for me.
hard success for Mr. Lockhart. Mr.
And
Lockhart,
if I spend 1 point of luck, I can get to extreme if it makes any difference.
no difference that. You were the only one that succeeded, I believe, right? Yeah. So as you guys are unloaded upon, the 4 of you that are being fired upon take 14 damage apiece as they just unload
I'm dead.
shotguns
Yeah.
into everybody. Lockhart, maybe you run and jump out of the way as your team is shot. Greaves, you see, just as you begin to, as you're riddled with these bullets, these keys you were holding blink out of existence. Blink, 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 gone. The cultists are firing, and then they go, oh shit. The sucking wind begins sucking them into this void. Blood begins to shoot out as they're sucked in, but even the blood then is pulled back in as this giant maw in reality is bringing everything in. Your bodies, as you fall, dying, maybe thinking about, the cause, and what you've done to save the world here, as your lights go out and your corpse is sucked into this void out of reality. Lockwood, I need you to make a strength roll to see if you can grab onto something and avoid being sucked in to the hole in reality, which is now closing rapidly.
And that's extreme.
Extreme, yeah. Maybe you grab onto a railing or something. Everything in this room is sucked in here as if the room has been cleansed, deep cleaned. Even the dust is gone. With a final strange gurgling noise, Lockwood, you turn around and you see staring out at you is maybe an eyeball the size of a planet. I'd like you to roll a sanity roll for me as it stares at you with hate and malice just as this thing closes here.
That's a fail.
Failure. I'd like you to lose a D100 sanity as you've witnessed this deity in its form inside.
It's 94 points of sanity lost.
Oh, okay. What does Lockwood's gibbering insanity like? What does that manifest as this room goes deathly silent here, and you're left with just
Everett is a simple boy from a holler in somewhere deep in the Appalachia. So this is exactly what they warned him about college, right? So for him, this is basically a natural end of what he thought is not going to be a good experiment, right? So he goes down swinging and believing that at least he did some good to show these people what's what.
Perfect. You drop your bat on the floor. It bonks down the stairs here. It's maybe the only thing left in this room. And you run out screaming out of the whole manor. You're running down the road when you see the lights of police cars and ambulances driving down. The cops see you in a spotlight. They stop. There's one of them. Cultists, get him. And they open fire with their rifles into Mr. Lockhart. Inside, however, Ashcroft, pale and shaking with blood pouring from his abdomen, he realizes the truth. The ritual has only been halted, and the next time the stars are right, this imprisoned deity will emerge, and humanity will be doomed. He summons the last of his fading strength. He closes the secret door into the basement temple. He puts his notes and a hastily scrawled letter into the bottom of the clock and shuts it. He falls against the wall, bleeding out, his vision fading over, and he muses to himself. If his calculations are correct, halting the rituals delayed the arrival of this dread god until the stars are right once again. Almost 70 years, give or take. By then, surely a more intelligent, more educated, braver, bolder, more sophisticated type of individual will be around to use their wits, their wisdom, their academic knowledge, and their superior morals to seal away this evil for good. Perhaps that gives him a minute of closure as he succumbs to his wounds. We cut the outside of the manor. The storm has abated. Somehow the windows are boarded up completely. The once proud roofs sag. Ivy grows all over the walls from a lawn that is completely overrun and distraught. A title appears 69 years later. We hear vehicles cruising up the road to this dilapidated, abandoned manor. First is an Oldsmobile. An old guy in a pork pie hat gets out, walks up to a for sale sign, takes it off the rotting wrought iron fence, puts in his truck's turn. He sees a shitty old pickup truck driving up the road. It's blasting Motley Crue at a volume that is unacceptable for anybody. There's dudes in the back, like 12 of them in the bed of this truck doing keg stands. It screeches to a halt. The guy flies over the top of the roof, gets up, mouthful of blood, and room. Fuck yeah, I'm fucking great. These dudes get out. Woo, baby, this is it. Omega Kappa Pi, baby. This is it. Let's do it. The old guy says, boy, old Zephyrus manor. Never thought this thing would sell. I've been doing real estate for 40 years, and this thing was on the market since my granddaddy was doing it. Well, looks like you boys got yourself a steal here. Here's the keys. What did you say the name of your frat was? And with that, in unison, the frat boys cheer our title, Omega
Kappa Pi.
Omega Kappa Pi.
Welcome to Omega Kappa Pi,
Yeah.
my friends. Call of Cthulhu Adventure. That was great. You are all members of the Omega Kappa Pi fraternity in the year 1999. Maybe you've been at college for 7 years. You know, people do that or whatever. We're going to get some characters made up for you, and we're going to get right into the actual game here. Terrific. That was great. You guys did a good job. Okay. For Omega Kappa Pi, a ribald and risque game of insanity, I have 5 characters for y'all to choose from. They come in archetypes. You fill in the names and everything like that. Our character archetypes are jock jams, artsy fartsy, life of the party, rich and popular, or smarty pants. If anybody has a strong preference, let me know. Sometimes it's fun to play if you're the jock to now play the new jock. Sometimes it's fun to switch it up and do something different.
Can't be the artsy fartsy.
That's perfect. I will give you your sheets. Now, I will say this. I'll give you 2 sheets. One of them is the form fillable front with your skills and everything like that. The second is your background. What I'd like you to do is take a look at your background, come up with your character concept or whatever. You can fill in your real name, but do not say what it is. Keep that secret. So don't fill in your nickname, only fill in your real name. Dakota, let me get you that artsy fartsy real quick.
I'll take the jock.
I'm going to send it in Discord.
Unless Everett era, you want the jock again.
No.
I'm going to be the jock. I'm super protective.
Thom, you're the jock. Jock.
Where are you putting
jams.
them? Are you putting them in the Discord?
Into your. I'm sending them to your like personal Discord.
Personal. Okay.
What are y'all thinking? What do y'all want to play?
You got the rich guy, the smarty guy.
Rich guy, smarty guy, and life of the party.
Life of the party. Yeah, those are our 3 options.
Yep. If nobody has any specific, I can just assign them to you randomly. So that's all.
I like the mystery.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do a by chance. Yeah. I'll also join in on that.
I usually go for the unwanted character that gets left over at the end.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was trying to give you the option not to do that.
Ready to get out.
I just like the idea of just a random mystery.
Whoa! That was quick. Nice.
Yeah, it's time to party on, dudes.
Oh my god. You're like one of those stage actors who does that. Like they're like, "All right, you have to change it during this song now," and you're like, "Oh god."
I wasn't planning on it, but I'm ready.
Yeah, I wanted to keep the mystery for you guys. When I do this in person, it's definitely a vibe. So I wasn't sure how it was going to work online. So you guys did great. And then finally we.
Oh my god! So I think I went from playing the like. Well, I guess my like the Perry Barker wasn't like poor or anything, but he was like an orphan paperboy, and now I'm playing the rich frat kid.
Awesome.
opposite
Okay,
end.
did everybody get their stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to open
looking
the
it out
other
right
half.
now.
Hold on.
Okay.
What the heck? Open the other half.
Great, this is awesome. Now we're back in the 90s, bros. Wait a minute, 90,
Good old
99.
90s.
So there's a couple of ways this goes. There's some character creation stuff we're going to go through. So, like I said,
Ooh.
fill out your real name, but don't tell anybody what that is. Don't put that on your rename your Discord. That just keep that secret for now, for reasons.
You mean
Take a
our
look-
real name in the
A
game?
real name, not yeah.
Okay.
What's going to happen is we're going to go around and we're going to introduce our characters, and you're going to make I statements like, "I'm 6'5". I'm from the South. I play football and like ballet or whatever." And then in true fraternity fashion, the other four members get to assign your nickname to you, and that's who you'll be for the rest of the night. So you can get mean with it, or you could just have fun with it.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding. I'm too literal sometimes. Wait a minute. So does that mean Tom's putting Tom?
No, not
Character
yet, not
name.
yet. So basically,
I'm
Tom
giving my
would-
real name, but
yeah,
I'm giving my
Tom-
character's name, but not telling anyone.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Oh, are we picking new ones, or is that somewhere on the sheet?
No. So
Okay.
basically, what's going to happen is, take a look at your your character background and stuff like that. You're going to
Yeah.
basically introduce your character. I am this, and this. I'm into this, and this. This is my personality. Then the remaining players give you your fraternity nickname, and that's the name you're going to go by. So if they want to call, if you like, I'm from the deep South and I like football, they might call you like Alabama, and you'll be Alabama for the rest of the game. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Yeah,
okay.
Who's Bama?
because usually other people give you your nickname.
Exactly. Perfect. So yeah, take just a couple minutes, look it over, and then we'll have some other things. If you notice on the first page, there's a section called Party Skills. We will assign those here in a minute. For those of you, I don't know if we're filming this part, but for those of you watching at home, the party skills are, they are. Party skills are booze, dance, drugs, flirt, snack, and song. We'll get into what those do here in a bit. So just so I have this, Tom, what was your character like archetype?
I'm the jock.
Jock? Okay. Warren, which one are you?
Smarty pants.
Smart. Lessick?
Life of the party.
Hell yeah. Dakota?
Artsy fartsy.
Artsy. And JD?
I'm rich and popular.
All right. Super duper. Let me get to my area of the game.
See.
And let me know once you guys kind of have a concept for your personality or whatever.
From Baston.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. If that's the case, you guys gather around here in the this dilapidated shithole manor. Why don't we introduce Tom? Go ahead and introduce your character. Remember, don't use your name. Just make I statements, and then everybody else is going to assign your nickname.
What a shithole. This will be cool fixing this place up. I'm not too smart, but I'm good athlete. I'm on the rowing team, and I'm kind of protective. If anybody says anything out of line towards one of my friends or one of my frat bros, I will destroy them without murdering them. But I come close sometimes. And I always put in my 2 cents, even though I'm kind of dumb. So, what's up?
The remaining four, you guys, what do you think Tom's nickname is? His frat nickname for the rest of the game.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Anybody have any opinions? How tall did you say you were? What do you look like?
I'm tall and big muscles, especially my arms. I got huge arms from all the rowing. Go cephalopods.
Go Seps!
And where'd you say you were from?
We're at Miskatonic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Boston is originally, but I've lived in Miskatonic for 6 years. Boston.
Could
I'm
name him
really
something
wondering if we
big.
just call you Baston, but if you have a bad accent, Baston.
You
Oh my
can't
God.
park your car at Harvard Yard because there's no parking at Harvard Yard.
You got to talk with a bad accent the entire time.
Ooh,
Or call them Red Sox.
we call him the monster or the
Hey,
green
it's the
monster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the monster.
Monster.
What do we think? It sounds like Monster is the winner. Is that
Yeah,
everybody good with
the
that?
monster.
With a
Tommy.
article.
Tom, you could change your Discord name here or your meeting name to the Monster or Monster. Wait, anybody else have a character concept they want to introduce and get named?
Sure, I'll go next.
All right.
Yeah, I know everything. You know, I really don't need these classes. Yeah, I keep track of things. I'm into robots, anime. Yeah, even working on a robot in my room. Love Canada. Love going up there. I think Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Bill Gates rules. Technology is our future. That's where it is. I'm gonna be right there with my. That's why I'm building this robot to show that I know what I'm doing.
Poindexter.
Yeah.
Or Sheldon.
Oh,
I don't think that we haven't had Big Bang.
yeah, I would say that one's not.
We're about 15 years too early, I think.
Yeah. But weren't
Einstein.
What was that you said, Lessek? I missed what you said.
Weren't Robot Wars popular back then, like a TV show with robots fighting?
Robot Wars, yeah.
Or Transformer, or
Ooh, yeah. What's the
We call him Transformer. Oh, his name's Megatron.
Megatron.
like we could call him Optimus or like or Optimus or Megatron.
We call him Optimus or something like that, yeah.
I like Megatron.
Okay, Megatron.
Yeah.
You got Monster, the Monster, Megatron.
And then Oren, you could change your name to Megatron.
Yep, I did.
Who would like to go next?
I can go.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm 5'9". I kind of look a little similar to what I do now, right? Maybe a little bit darker, not much more, a little more sun-kissed, but not much more. I'm from Arkansas, Texarkana. Not all that proud of it, but my favorite song is "Zombie" by the Cranberries because it really touches on to about like art, soul, about what's going on in just pretty much the world right now. I mean, sure, everything kind of fucking sucks, but I mean, you got to find the beauty in it. It's really hard to find it though. My style, the way I dress, it's kind of right now. I've got sweats on and a Reptar shirt, and I have not washed it in like 3 or 4 days. And I'm probably kind of ripe. Let me see.
You draw with in a sketchbook and stuff.
Yeah,
You're
you
artsy.
always see me around with like that. Yeah. just nobody really seems to understand my art for the most part. It's a little on the abstract, but maybe also minimalist. So just squiggles and not many of them. But they really touch down into what it's like to be a teenager in this shithole of a country right now.
I mean, I'm thinking
90s
like we could always there's always like we could call him like Van Gogh or Picasso as a sort of a joke,
Or Dali.
yeah, or Dali. Dali was what?
How did you do that? That's exactly what I was going to say.
Wait, what did you say?
Dolly.
Dali.
Oh,
But
okay, that
not
was
Dolly. I think you're talking about Dolly Parton because he sings all the time
Yeah,
while he's working.
we call him Dolly, and he wants it to be Dolly as in D-A-L-I,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
Dolly as in D-O-L-L-Y. Because he's got such a big heart, like Dolly
And
Parton.
he's got a southern accent, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sounds like Dolly it is. The
Dolly.
frat has spoken, my friend.
So
And you're like, yeah, Dolly. And they're like, yeah, sure, Dolly. And you're like, no.
I'd also like to point out on your sheet as the artsy fartsy, you see arts and crafts. You can fill in what your art is, whether that's drawing or painting or interpretive dance or whatever. Like, feel free, or you could just leave it kind of nebulous and you kind of just do a little bit of everything.
Where's
So
that
help
at?
yourself. It should be on the first page where all your skills are. It's over in mental skills on the far,
Okay.
the block on the far right. Yeah, the custom character sheets are a little different.
Okay.
So we've got the Monster, Megatron, and Dolly. Would R.I.P. Perry Barker or R.I.P. Mr. Everett Lockhart like to go next?
I can go, or do you want to go next?
Right. My character is pretty average looking, but has unbelievable ability to drink everybody under the table. And he firmly believes that it is happy hour somewhere around the world, and he celebrates it 24 hours a day. And he's the real party animal and Irish American, let's say, from Arkham.
Perfect.
animal.
Animal,
Pretty
did you say?
Animal.
Can we call him Kegstan?
Like the Muppet animal?
Keg
Yeah.
stand. Keg stand sounds good.
Or
Mm.
Kegger.
Kaker. Yeah, Kaker sounds good too.
Yeah, there's not like some kind of pun we can make with like cracking kegs or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it's an interesting thing about nicknames. Is you start with one nickname, and then you get tired of
turns
saying
into
it, and you
15
shorten
different
it.
ones.
You shorten it as you go along. You could
Before I
be
know it, I'm
Kaker,
gonna
end up
be due.
Keg.
Or like keg stand or just or
Or Kegs.
Kegs.
We're stuck with
kegs,
Keg,
yeah.
at least in some form or another, kegs.
Kegs. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Kegs sounds great. Perfect. Kegs, welcome to the party. And then
Leon.
Yeah, our rich
Indeed.
and popular member. Yeah, so I am I'm from I've got a rich family from Rhode Island, and so I'm coming out here to get away from home and party a little bit. I'm kind of a good fencer. My parents are kind of angry that I'm not like Olympic level, but like life's a party. Like they gotta calm down. Like I'm rich and charming and sophisticated, and I'm tall and handsome and well, the girls who care about money like me. So of course I'm rich, charming, and sophisticated. And people that don't care about money are just wrong. I only wear the finest clothes and stuff, like the Monopoly guys, like my icon. I talk about I can't wait to get out of here and check out Switzerland or Monaco.
Izod.
Chad.
So I've got like either Richie Rich
Oh God.
or the mouth.
That's cool.
I'm just imagining he just talks all the time because he's so rich and he just wants everyone to hear him. And so it's either those are the two I'm thinking.
I was thinking, regardless of what his real name is, we either call him Chad or Brad or Lex.
I do also apparently randomly break out my high-end fencing saber at parties just for fun.
Zorro.
Zorro, yeah.
Oh
Yes.
oh yeah, when did Zorro come out?
It had to have come out in the mid '90s, I think.
Right?
It had Antonio Banderas.
Zorro's been around since the 60s.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, but like in the movie though.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah, but
90s. Yeah.
Yeah, but that goes all the way
Okay.
back.
Oh yeah, okay, word. Then how do you want to go with that one?
In fact, I believe it was a radio serial.
Yeah, it goes way back. Well,
Yeah,
it
it was
goes
made in
actually back to
98.
actual legends.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so Zorro
I like
was actually
Zorro.
made in '98. I just found. So
Perfect. Oh, that's right on
about
the yeah. Oh, wasn't it 99?
yeah, we're in '99. So it's just like the year afterwards, or like maybe
Yeah, it
a
just
couple
happened.
months.
Yeah.
We just saw
Zorro.
the movie.
All right. So yeah, do y'all like Zorro?
Zorro.
Okay.
I love it. So we've got the Monster, Megatron, Kegs, Dolly, and Zorro. Our heroes, everybody. Let's get into your party skills. If you look on the form fillable page 1, kind of central near the bottom, you should have a section called Party Skills, where we have things like booze and flirt and stuff like that. Pick one of those skills and put an 80 into it. And I will say you might want to discuss with each other. Overlap's fine. You probably each want to have at least be great at a different one. So
I don't see anything like that on my my
Yeah, it's
sheet.
called party time.
Yeah, it's in
Right?
the middle.
There's
of the skills.
there's two sheets.
Yeah,
There's the backstory one, and then your like mechanical sheet.
I only
Party
have
time.
one sheet.
Oh,
It should be
I had
the
sent
other
you.
one.
I'd sent you another one too. It says Omega
did I
Kappa
miss
Die
it?
pre-gen, frat jock fillable. If not, I can send it again if you need it.
Oh, I see. There's two of them. Sorry, I only got one.
Yep, no worries, no worries. But yeah, so talk amongst yourselves. Pick who wants an 80 and what. It sounded like Dolly, you wanted that 80 in drugs.
Drugs.
Yep. All right, sounds good.
I feel like kegs should be our 80 booze, right?
Probably.
All right, y'all. Do I want my 80 in dance or flirt?
Let's see if you.
Maybe flirt. I don't know. Money could be a big flirt. Like just throwing.
Yeah, for sure. I know, there is definitely there's a kind of girl that does not give a shit about money, and there's a kind of college girl that cares a lot about money. So,
Well, I mean, if you can afford the booze, I imagine Delta Kappa.
well, yeah, and the nose booze and the other things.
Yeah, it's 99. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll do my 80 in flirt.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this new movie that's coming out. It's called Final Destination. It comes out just next summer.
Megatron,
I'm
how about you? What do you think you're gonna put your 80 into? Dance, snack, and song. I think are the things.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always pick another one the same way. If
Yeah, you could double
think
up
you'd-
too. Not a problem.
I'm trying to imagine like.
I'll take.
'Cause,
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, after you, please.
Yeah, just because I have a robot, I'm gonna go with dance.
Okay, right on, right on. I like that. I like
Oh
that.
no,
their
it's so
robot.
sad. You dance with your robot at night.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it is the '90s, and so like it's still in, and it's like, oh shit, like he's actually, he's pretty good at the robot. Like he's got that move down. Like he's got it down. I mean, like hey, like
And
some
then
girls are into it.
For monster, snack, and song, you get to put an 80 in one of those two.
I get to put an 80.
Yeah, are you better at
definitely-
yeah?
I'm a horny jock, so I've got flirt, I think.
Okay, you can double up on flirt. That's fine. Because now the next thing is you each get a 60 to put in one of those skills.
Ooh, okay.
Like I said, nobody's taken snack or song yet. I would definitely recommend having at least somebody with a 60 in each of those.
What is snack?
Snacking is all things snacking. Identifying it, eating it, whatever comes to snacks.
I'll take snack.
All right.
Because I like my chips and my carbs and all of the stuff that I eat.
I don't want my character to be able to sing because I can't sing, and I don't want to attempt that.
Okay,
we know you
Okay,
can't sing.
I'll take song. I'll take song then because I think it's a good way to get girls and also like drinking songs.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about 16 in song.
Oh, okay, you can take it.
Yeah. Again, you could double up. Like we're gonna have plenty of doubles as long as there's at
I'll
least
put 60. Yeah, I'll put 60 in dance because fencing is kind of like dancing.
Okay.
I'm imagining it's going to be drinking because he stays nothing but high and out of his gourd because the world sucks. But I don't know how that's going to go for it. Like, I don't want to take. Anybody have a recommendation of what you could think?
Booze is good. Booze is
I
good.
think booze will work.
Yep.
I'll do that for 60.
Yep. And then last but not least, you'll pick a third one to put a 40 into. So again, with all that, we're going to have a pretty good coverage of things. So we're all set there. So
I will put 40 in dance because in my second year, I was clumsy and coach made me take ballet in order to get my movements better. I knew somebody who had to do that. They actually ended up becoming a really good ballet dancer.
Well, that, and it's also a great way to get girls, but nobody ever thinks of that, and you just get made fun of.
Yeah, speaking of, I think I'm going to put my last one in drugs. So maybe Zorro and Dolly do some shenanigans when they're trying to pick up girls with chicanerous methods.
Perfect. All right. Last thing to note, we'll need to do our luck. For luck, you're gonna take 1d6 times 5 is your luck.
Ooh.
Just a single d6.
Really? That's it?
That's it.
Oh, I got a 5, so 25.
5. I got a 1, so I got 5.
5 luck.
No!
5 luck.
I got a 1.
I don't need luck.
So you got 5 luck. Okay. All right.
The world sucks. No, is one really even lucky? No, of course I'm not fucking lucky. I'm from Texarkana.
That's pretty bad. Perfect.
I got a 3, so pretty average.
15. Okay. Perfect. And then I will have note at the bottom, it says my drunk superpower. Now those are not active yet. So your drunken superpower will unlock. We'll get into what happens with that a little bit later. But for now, just note that that's not in effect. Perfect. And with that, I think we've met the members of our fraternity. Monster, Megatron, Kegs, Dolly, and Zorro. A superior breed of individual with their academic training and rigorous social programs and upstanding
superior morals. Yeah, what is everything you said? Yeah, I was like, oh, we totally embody those.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys are gathered together shortly after move-in, and the head of the frat, E.T., whose picture I threw up in the Discord there with his hat on, gathers you guys together. Sits down. He's like, okay, dudes, here's a plan, right? We're going to throw a fucking rager in this motherfucker right now. It's going to go down in the fucking history books. Are you feeling me? Total fucking anarchy, dudes. It's going to be sick. The Zeta babes are coming. They're going to help us set this thing up, and we're inviting everybody. I mean, every fucking buddy. Everybody in the university, townies, I don't fucking care, staff, teachers, cops, whoever the fuck wants to come to this thing, we're taking it to the maximum. You get what I'm saying?
Maybe don't invite the cops, but yes, everything else I like. Yeah.
Dude. My cousin's a fucking state trooper. Amazing partier.
Okay, but is he like one of those like chill ones though? Because like there's gonna be things at this party that they are not okay with.
I don't care. It's gonna be off the chain, brother.
So I'll bring a few extra Benjis for your cousin.
Yeah. Sick. So listen, here's what I need you guys to do. You're the fucking forward guard. You hear me? You're the party planning committee, right? We got to figure this place out. This crazy, crusty old place. It's wild. I've been finding like secret compartments and shit in here. Crazy.
Yo, bitches love secret compartments.
I know. You can hide anything in. I found all this like
or anyone.
Crazy, bro. But anyway, we got this place for a steal, man. Now, look, we cannot burn down a third frat house this semester. So we got to take care with this fucking place. You hear me? That being said, this party is going to fucking rage on, man. We're getting fireworks, all kind of crazy shit like that, right?
Okay.
So I need you guys to plan this thing out. Me and the boys, we're getting everything. We're hitting the streets. We're putting the word out. You all in here, figure out where shit's going to go. Where are we going to do hard drugs at? Where are the kegs going to be? Where's the fucking, I don't know, fighting pit going to be? Do we want a fighting pit?
Is fighting pit?
Like a pit where people fight and we could take bets?
Maybe we'll do like slap boxing.
How about
during like a dance off?
Oh, it's
What's that?
fighting
people in the world fighting already?
Let's go for mosh pit.
Mosh pit. Yes.
All right.
Look. You, bro.
Be outside.
You got this. You fucking figure it out. You tell us what we need to get. We'll fucking get it for you. Just take a look. Look around the house. Figure out where you want everything to fucking go. Figure out a theme. Do we want togas? Do we want like Hawaiian theme? Do we want like boxers nightgowns? Like whatever you want. We got about a week to get this thing together, man. And just keep at it. Now I got some surprises lined up for you fellas, so keep your eyes open for that. And if you see fucking Dean Zare and his little toady Ronald snooping about, get him the fuck out of here, because that guy is on our asses after last semester. Jesus Christ. All right, do you think you guys can handle this? All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me an Omega apple pie.
We got this.
Apple pie.
Omega cup of pie.
Omega cup of pie, baby.
Omega
cup of
suck
pie.
My dick.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Somebody get Dolly some fucking uppers too, guys.
Dolly's just
I wouldn't
remembering the
fucking
initiation.
Hey, do you want to? Okay, can you come help me? Like tie a tie in this closet over here. A white tie. Come here. we got to get your pep in your step.
Yeah,
Dolly's
wherever
still
you want
pissed
to
off from Rush Week.
Wherever you want to
3
do
years
fucking
ago.
booger sugar at, brother, that's fine by me. You guys go wild.
Like the closet's always good. Hey, you said those secret compartments. Like I'm telling you, the girls are gonna love those.
It's crazy.
Guys, we got to clean this place up first. So you just point me at the heavy lifting.
Yeah, maybe spice it up a little bit. Like, I mean, it's old, but maybe we can like run on that. Like maybe do like a bringing back the the party vibe. Like the Persian party vibe.
What if our theme is like spooky old house?
Okay, like a spooky old house party. Okay, like we just like broke into some rich person's mansion, but like nobody's been there because there was the husband murdered his wife in some scandal. That's like on that's like something on like Dateline.
Kind of Halloween, Halloween sort of costume party.
It's like makes the hair stand up. It's like a sexy kind of like scary.
Have we been in this house for a little bit at least?
I'm sorry, what?
I think we just got here.
Have we just got here, or have we been?
A couple days, maybe.
So we've noticed a little bit about the house then.
It's filthy.
Yeah, you've only kind of came in. There's no furniture or anything like that. The guys have moved in some like crappy beds or whatever. Really haven't had too much of a time to look around, but like the plumbing works kind of mostly, but
Let's
it's
go
not a
to
lot
Goodwill and
left.
let's go to Goodwill and get some shitty old furniture. Bring it in
Well,
here.
did we notice the zodiac sign stuff?
Ah, sure. Yeah, I mean, as you were exploring the house, yeah, maybe you saw some zodiac signs here or there, but whether or not that meant anything to you, like in the library, there's no books or anything, but
No,
yeah,
but I'm
there's some
thinking,
like,
what the theme is the zodiac?
ooh.
Well, that's kind of creepy bullshit. Yeah, I mean, fortune
Well,
tellers.
it wasn't the Zodiac actually kind of like doing a thing about this time back in like late 90, or was
Zodiac
that?
killer.
That was
Yeah,
60s.
That was quite
60s.
a long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more
I mean, what
probably the
if we did
70s, I think.
a serial killer? I don't know how you do that in the theme though.
I think
Hannibal
you
Lecter.
dudes will figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. We'll work on it.
There's nothing that gets girl closer to you than when they're scared.
That's what I'm saying. Like we can work it out.
Just can we leave the veranda kind of open and not touch shit like out there? I want somewhere to at least go. That way I can at least fucking smoke a bowl while you guys are fucking around.
Oh yeah, there will the bowls will be smoked. The party shall be had.
All right, let's get some shit.
So you guys you go to Goodwill, you buy some old furniture, stuff like that, kind of start moving things in, looking around. I'd like to say, if you guys, for the most part, you're all exploring the various recesses of the house, figuring this stuff out. So give me, just everybody pick just one specific area you'd like maybe a little more information on that you're looking at. And I can give you some stuff that might be there that is of interest. So pick a
Like in the
room or an
house?
area or something like that. I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah,
Like in the house, I just
Yeah, in
clarifying
the
that.
house, yeah.
I'm in the living room. I'm moving furniture around and yeah.
Okay, perfect,
So
perfect.
vacuuming the
you
carpet.
yeah, you're setting that kind of stuff up here. There's nothing in the living room, no furniture, anything like that. But yeah, you do in fact see, just like Megatron noticed that, yeah, above the old fireplace, which is all like burnt and stuff like that. Yeah, it looks like there's like carvings on the bricks of like a star symbol, and then some of the other bricks, you like mush the schmutz off of it, and there's like little reliefs of like almost looks like the Kama Sutra, like people just getting at it as sort on the bricks on the fireplace there. Are it's pretty good, pretty hot stuff, man.
Dudes,
Holy
dudes,
fuck.
dudes, look at this. Look, this guy's fucking a goat.
Ooh,
Right here.
I was
Look.
about to say girls are into like the zodiacs and stuff, but I don't think they're gonna like that part.
No, but I
maybe
think
we should.
this like that ancient Greek shit that you see sometimes.
No, that's
Yeah,
all
but,
shit
like-
back from home.
I'm gonna get a wire brush and clean this all off.
Man, you make it look great. You got that Kama Sutra fireplace.
Should we
Look at
cover it or like?
God
this
damn,
could
man!
be the
What else is
orgy
around the
room.
house?
Yeah, I don't know. Like this is
we
the
need a
kind of shit.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit you put in a bedroom, not like like.
Do you think these guys were
No.
getting freaky every fucking where you can look at? Like, do we need a
This
black
is-
light?
This is
Oh
art,
shit!
guys.
It was wild back then,
Yeah, it is,
huh?
hey, this is where we should have the dancing going on.
We can get some colored lights and sort of highlight this weird shit on the wall.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
Okay, maybe if we're going for like the uneasy sort of vibe, maybe that could work.
I mean,
What
this
were-
is some pretty simplistic shit right here. I mean, this right here looks like a kindergartner. I mean, it'd be pretty easy to replicate it. And if you want to start drawing shit around here,
Let's just get it clean first, then we'll see what we got.
Yeah.
We could, oh my God, we could get a black light. We could put some fluorescent paint so that it all lights up.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe make it look a little bit better.
Hey, look what I
Yeah.
found over here. And this old clock.
And the old clock is in fact still there, built into the wall. Its hands are like it looks like it's in massive amounts of disrepair. Its hands are just kind of limply hanging down, both of them at like the six, not set there, but just like gravity is taking over it. So
Oh, I bet I could fix this up really sweet with some of my tools.
Well, don't waste a lot of time.
We are in a nebulous time area. This is like taking place over hours, potentially days. You got a week to plan this party. So, if you want to make a mechanical repair roll, and then we'll say that takes, maybe like an hour here, an hour there. Be my guest.
Watch out, this thing's gonna have wheels and it's gonna be
All
like a
right.
little battle bot by the time he's done.
There's more
man,
carvings in the library.
I had a hard success with the mechanical repair.
Hard success. Yeah, you get this thing, you feel like you get it working. It's built into the wall, but you managed to pull off a faceplate. It looks like it's connected to something through the wall. You're not sure if maybe there was an old electrical system running, but it looks mechanical. But yeah, you get it squared away, and you can, when you now move
Guy
it, it
must
goes
have been into robots or something.
Creepy old house. It's cool.
Yeah, I wonder where it leads to. I'm gonna have to check this out later on. I just get right now. I'm just getting the clock working.
Yeah, clock is now perfectly functional, works as a clock, and you can set those, like I said, the hands to whatever you want. But yeah, clearly something's going on there. You feel that with the hard success, if you just took the time to manipulate the gears inside, you could get it to do what it's supposed to do.
All right, I'll set it for the right time and see if it has. Does it have a chime?
Yeah, it has a chime. In fact, when you're turning it and you get it to a little bit past 4, it goes bong and something clicks inside. You hear something in the library like a squeak of some kind.
Hey, I go, hey, Zorro, I heard something in the library. Check it out.
Sure, yeah.
Zorro, it looks like against the north wall, one of these empty shelves, it's clear of any books or anything, has kind of popped open like just maybe an inch or two, enough that you could maybe get your hands in and pull it further, but there's clearly something back there, like a cavity.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull it out.
You pull it open, it barely functions. It's so like unhinged. And yeah, there's a staircase that goes down into a basement area that you've not seen before. This little under the bigger stairs. You kind of have to duck your head a little bit and make your way.
Whoa! We found one of those secret passages.
Secret sex
cool.
dungeon.
I was about to say, like, maybe we could like work out, like maybe like we have a lower area that's like a dungeon. Maybe like upstairs in the bedrooms is like the ballrooms, like. So we could have like moshing and fighting pits in the dungeon, and then like dancing and private time upstairs. I don't know. I'm just thinking, but let's see what's down here.
Are we gonna
We
make
need
this
a
thing like
kiddie
Blade
pool.
themed?
We need a kiddie pool full of Jello.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Jello wrestling, sure. Add it to the list. I'll cover it.
In fact, I will say this too: as you're exploring and setting up for the party, one of the little optional things here is our life of the party, or I'm sorry, our rich and popular Zorro. You get to make a credit rating roll right off the bat, and your level of success can determine how many high-end luxury items that you can bring into this house.
Ooh. Okay, I got a 29, which for me is a hard.
Okay.
And I don't think I should spend a third of my luck to make it better, but a hard success is good, so we'll go with hard.
Perfect. A hard success. You get to choose 3 luxury items. Now you can choose these yourself. You don't have to do it right this moment. But a possible list here. You could get an indoor or outdoor hot tub installed. You could maybe have a swimming pool installed in the yard. You could get hired professionals like pro bartenders to come to the party. High-end sound system, fireworks display, live animals, adult bounce houses. Like you
What
get
about like a
3
DJ?
picks. You will be getting a DJ, but you could upgrade that to a live band if you wanted to as well.
Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub, hot tub, hot tub.
Bartenders. Definitely bartenders.
Why do we need a bartender? You just pour your own drink. We're not.
These are like Tom Cruise and cocktail bartenders.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh yes, I am still saying what I'm saying about it.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like the style, I mean, like we have better things we could get. I mean, Ooh. I definitely think the hot tub is a good idea.
Think about it. Think about it for a minute. As you go down these stairs here, the musty smell greets you, and you go down probably a little bit longer than you would imagine a house of story to be. So maybe a good like 20 feet. You go down these stairs into a rather large pentagonal room. It is empty, free of dust, debris. Looks like it's made of stone, even the ceiling. And it's carved with these reliefs of these scenes of violence and orgies and drinking. In the middle is about a 4-foot tall plinth that is just bare. And a baseball bat is at the bottom of the stairs. Those are the only things in this room.
Okay, this is literally a creepy sex dungeon. Like, that's actually what this is.
Yeah, it looks that way.
No, this looks like some Hellraiser shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I feel like some girls would be definitely creeped the fuck out if you brought them down here. So I'm like, this could use some work. Maybe some like decorations, maybe some like.
What if we ran like some light? What if we ran some like headlights all the way from like like string lights? You take them from you just run them down to the top. Then it'll just
like a club. Yeah, like some like club lighting, maybe some cushion stuff.
Yeah,
maybe like
get down toward the bottom.
Maybe like a.
What if we have like a DJ that's actually set up down there? So that's like where a lot of like
or live
dance and music, like you have to go down into it, and then that's like the dance room, and that's
okay.
And a fog
machine into the club. This is where we let all like no fucking like 6s, no 5s, no. We let only 9s and 10s in here.
There's a big old thing in the middle of the room. It's not very good for dancing. How about wall to wall pillows, and on that thing there in the middle, you could put like a chocolate fountain.
Do you really see this right here and think, God, I could really go for like sucking on a chocolate covered strawberry?
You point, and there is a fresco of some guy just eating, like that's what you happen to point to. He's just shoving his face.
This stuff is really kind of interesting, though. It's art. This guy was into something, whoever owned this before.
This isn't fucking art.
I'm trying to think how we can word this.
This is subpar Playboy.
Yeah, but erotic art.
Playboy has
a lot of erotic art.
Playboy has a lot more class than this, that's for sure.
I hear there's even erotic art in the Vatican.
Also, sorry, hold on, I'm adding Playboy bunnies to the possible things we could get.
As you guys are having this discussion, it's been a couple days as you've been exploring, fixing up the clock, whatever. You hear what sounds like a big ass like semi truck kind of pull up, drive down the road, and then you hear and it like screeches to a halt. Sounds like it's coming from out front.
The hell? I'll go up to see.
Did the hot tub just come in?
Guys run out and you see a big, huge semi, but the sides of it are perforated with those holes like it would be live animals inside, like livestock. And it says Buck's Feed and Supply on the side. This big guy with like a sweating, he's like huge, he's got a cowboy hat, steps out. He goes, "Who dog?" And he's looking at this paperwork, and you see he's covered in like a coffee stain all over his shirt. He's like, God damn it. He's like, I got coffee. Hey, you fellas, Omega Kappa, Omega something. I spilled coffee all over this goddamn paperwork.
Omega Kappa Pi?
Sure. Yeah, that's
What's in the back?
I got a delivery for you. Somebody ordered this thing in. It's an ornery son bitch. That's what it is. And he goes to the back and he opens.
I didn't order anything.
Inside, you see this massive black goat with like big horns. And the goat kind of looks at this guy and like it's how goats scream like a human. It's like, oh!
Yeah.
And then it shits all over the floor and begins jumping and kicking everywhere. And he goes, "Oh fuck, this fucking thing."
When the hell did we get a petting zoo?
Someone ordered this here goat for Omega Kappa. Like I said,
a goat?
We got a mascot,
I swear we are
dudes.
not doing this initiation.
No, hold on. Okay, yeah, that's gonna really freak some of the girls out. I don't like. I'm not trying to like knock down some ideas here, but I don't know about this one.
I totally have fallen in love with the goat. Come here, baby.
God, what the fuck are you gonna be doing down there, monster?
Don't touch it.
God. All right. So yeah, you can do your weird dungeon shit. I think that the upstairs should be the ballrooms, maybe the haunted ballrooms or something.
Goat's not going to go in the house. Goat's going to go out in the back. But this is our mascot, dudes.
Well, what kind of goat is it? Male or female?
It is clearly a male goat.
Oh God, then we got to shoot it and get rid of it. I've had a male goat. No, horrible monster.
This thing yells at you again. It goes, ah, 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 and it like begins kicking into the side of the fucking. He goes, oh fuck. Well, my paperwork's ruined here. I don't know hide or tail. I just need someone to sign for this fucking thing. And then I don't give a shit what y'all do with it. I got this little hot piece of action that So if I can get the fuck out of here,
I'll
shut
sign
up
for it. Dude, look at the balls on this thing. They're like this.
Yeah. You go up to this goat and you see it's got a collar on that this guy tries to like hook a lead to with like a nameplate on the collar, like a silver tag. And then he gives you the rope and the goat like kind of stops and looks at you for a minute. And then he kind of walks out of there. What'd you like to do? You got a goat on a leash. This guy's like, fucking thanks. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Well, say I reach into my pocket and I pull out like a granola bar.
All right, the goat doesn't even wait for you to open it. He just like eats through the wrapper.
Come on, baby.
Starts chewing.
Got to give you a name.
What
is there? I look at the nameplate. Yeah.
It's very weird. It's a jumble of letters you can barely make out, but it says something like Nyar Lathogoat on it. N-Y-A-R Nyar Lathogoat. Fuck kind of name is that? Buck gets in the truck. He's like, fucking thanks, guys. Thanks, fellas. And he hauls ass out.
Where'd this thing come from? I'm shouting this as he's leaving.
He's just fucking gone down the road.
I'm going to take it to the big tree in the back to tie him to the tree. But I imagine that the yard is just overgrown grass.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So he'll have tons of food to eat.
Completely.
What about water, man? Goats need water.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We got a kids pool. We were going to do Jello, but we could just give it to him for water.
What are we going to be doing with this? Like, do we just give it away? Like, what the hell?
Don't worry about it. It's just our mascot. I'll take care of it.
The girls will love it. The girls will love it.
Sure.
I'd like everyone to
look at it and go, ooh.
I'd like everyone to make a spot hidden roll as you make your way to the backyard here.
I'm just going to say this is awesome.
I failed. I got a 77.
77, okay.
I got a 000.
Ooh, not good. Maybe you look at
so I trip over the dead body. Yeah.
Licks your face like you got.
Stop.
Just a regular success.
Regular
success.
Regular.
Yeah, I got a hard. I'm 2 points from an extreme, but I only have 5 luck, so it's a hard.
Dolly, it is very fitting that you of all people get the best success, the hard success, because as you're walking back there, the yard is completely overgrown. There's like the remains of what would have been like a shed, like a wooden shed that's just completely collapsed back there. It's a pretty big space that you guys have. You notice it's like a 5-sided lot. It's real weird. It's surrounded mostly by like wrought iron that's mostly rusted away, covered in ivy and stuff. So you feel that you can put the goat in here, and for the most part, it'll be pretty contained. But the thing that catches your eye is near the veranda. It looks like once upon a time, there was like a flower bed here. You could see you maybe trip over the remains of bricks set into the grass. You have to move grass aside here to see some things. But you notice some plants that are very, very interesting to you. It's weird for this climate, but there's small blue cactuses, they look like, growing in the dirt here. There's mushrooms. There's this huge bush that's kind of off from the others that you don't recognize. Give me a natural world, science, botany, or drugs roll, please.
Let's do drugs.
All
Let's do
right.
drugs. Wait. Where'd I put my die? So for drugs, that is an extreme success. I rolled a 14.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That's my old drug expert.
Exactly, yeah.
The peyote.
The peyote.
You
No,
find
man, like,
mushrooms.
holy shit, what can you
You
smoke
find
from that?
a huge swath of psilocybin mushrooms. You find the cactuses used to grow peyote. You find a massive marijuana bush that's set against the house that's kind of hidden by other mundane bushes and plants. You find a number of the plants that are used to brew ayahuasca, that crazy South American spiritual tripping. So basically, it is like a veritable drugs garden back here that has grown wild, even though this climate has no way of making those things happen. But it looks like it's been hidden for however many years, buried under these weeds, nobody coming back here, and they've grown wild. So you think with a little bit of time, you could cultivate a whole ton of marijuana, a bunch of magic mushrooms, peyote, other hallucinogenic and
Funny thing
drugs of
was,
that
I was
nature.
actually going to ask you if I could start growing mushrooms before the party. So this actually works out just perfect.
You got him, baby. You can flip them.
Shit off.
I go like, holy fuck.
Shit.
And
Oh.
I just look over. I go like, fuck it. Like, I don't know who's near me. I imagine
yeah.
it's probably actually Monster's probably near me because he's probably tying up the goat.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh fuck. And I just look over there and I just start walking over there. Oh my god. And you just start seeing me bending over and like start messing with the random plants. Oh baby.
Easily
Oh, fuck yeah.
thousands, tens of thousands of dollars worth of drugs here. Maybe more. Like it's a lot. It's a bunch. But as you're looking at those, you hear another car pull up out front. Maybe you lean back. Maybe some of you didn't go all the way. Monster, you've just tied up Nyarlathotep goat. When an old,
Yeah,
old
I'm just, I can't make heads nor tails of this tag. I think we'll just call him Chaos.
chaos. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. An
Well, he just kind of
Oldsmobile.
crawls around. Can we just call him Crawl?
Now, Chaos. He stomps around.
This Oldsmobile shows up, and a guy, stern, gets out with a suit, buttons it. He's frowning. He's got a camera, and he's taking pictures. And you immediately recognize, as you are looking at tens of thousands of dollars of drugs, Dean Zaire. And he's taking notes and he's pointing at things. And he begins to walk onto your property. He goes up to the gate and kind of like knocks it open.
I'm gonna run up and like close the gate. Like, whoa! Hey! We are still like we are not open. This is not ready yet. We are still going through renovations. It's not safe to come in here yet.
Is there like a tarp or something back here? Or like, is there like trash I can start like leaning up against everything?
Sure. There's a fucking ton of trash in this house. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I just start throwing trash and shit like things back there to make it look like it just looks like garbage and like you can't
Probably
see anything.
the alcohol bottles that you guys have made in the 3 days since you've been here is more than enough to cover this drugs garden. But the dean goes, "Young man, this is a fraternity house, is it not? And as such,
Yes. Yeah, but we're still opening it. I know. I'm sorry, sir, but you got to believe like when they were renovating my dad's condo, like we tried to go in there and somebody almost died. Like it was a whole thing. Like just it's not safe to go in yet. You're gonna have to come back, in a few days and it'll be ready to go for inspection and everything like that. And I'm just trying to like stall him and maybe get him away if I can. But I'm just like. Yeah, but listen, it's not. You can't go in there. It's not safe. That's why we're that's why we're out here.
I'll have you know these code violations right up.
That's why we're doing the renovations.
We're fixing the code violations.
I'll believe it when I see it, and I'll never see it. I know you, Omega Kappas. I've got your number. The pranks you pulled, on myself in this university, it will not go unpunished. I will find the evidence I need to have you, this menace of a fraternity, shut down, the lot of you expelled, and if there's any God in this just universe, all of you jailed for your crimes against academia and humanity. Will not have this on my university.
Now, sir, I know sorry, go ahead.
No, he's snapping pictures. He goes, Run, check around back. And out of the car comes a middle-aged man, maybe 35, we'll say. He's in, even though he's full-grown, he's in like a little British schoolboy outfit. And he goes, ah! And he runs and he jumps over the fence. And he's running back to where the goat is, and you're covering up all the drugs.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Hey, you watch the grass, kid!" And I look back and I'm like, "Sir, now I know that we just bought this place, so you're gonna have to give us some time to bring it up to code. I mean, the last time this place was seeing use, the prohibition was still going on. So but I can assure you that we are all well-paying and well-respected students, and I don't think my family would like to hear that kind of slander from you, without any reason."
The moment you mention your family and he looks at you, go ahead and give me I think it's persuade or charm, like whatever interpersonal skill you want to use.
Sure, yeah, I'll use persuade. Ooh, okay, I got a 23, which is a hard success.
Young man, your parents, their money cannot protect you forever. I will find the evidence I need to have you imprisoned. Mark my words. I will not stand for this any longer. Come on, Ronald. We're leaving. And Ronald in the back, you guys see him run around, and he goes, yeah! And he goes up to, let's say, Kegs, and kicks Kegs directly in the shins. Ah! Yeah!
Mr. Dean, that is assault. I'll have you know that if this happens again, the authorities will hear about it.
I'm waiting for Kegs to hit him.
A kid?
Nope, this is an adult man who just is dressed in a little British schoolboy outfit with the shorts, and he's snarling. This is Ronald, the dean's toady, like his second in command guy.
It's tempting to hit him, but I just shout, "You little shit!"
Yeah! Give me an intimidate roll.
It's a fail.
Fail. He goes, and he spits right at your feet, and then he gives you the fingers, and then he goes, and he runs back, gets in the dean's car.
Before he does that, I'm still back there. Yeah. I'm going to purposely untie the goat.
Well, okay. You slip the thing. As Ronald begins to spits and begins to run away, this goat goes, and immediately takes off in a beeline straight towards Ronald. Ronald's like, yeah. And they run. The goat rams him right in the ass. Ronald flips ass over tea kettle. The goat kind of steers around. And the dean goes, "This is assault," and begins taking pictures. But he knows that a phone call from your parents. Come on, Ronald, quit fooling around with that filthy beast. We'll see if there's a code violation for owning livestock. Mark my words, Omega Kappa Pi, I will see this university destroyed. My name isn't Dean Lewis Zare. Come on, Ronald.
See the university destroyed?
This fraternity and possibly the university destroyed.
I wrestle chaos back.
What does the car they drove look like? I want to visually imprint that in my brain. That way, if I ever think I see it.
It's this giant burgundy Cadillac with a burgundy interior, and the windows are kind of tinted that gray. It looks like a super old snooty asshole's car, basically. It's huge, easily recognizable compared to everything else. With that, the dean drives away. As he does, maybe you guys are figuring out what to do with your drugs, your orgy chamber down below, your dungeon, and setting up for the party. maybe you see just off to the corner of the yard, just before you go inside, there's like a figure there. It looks like a professor in like a tweed suit, white beard and stuff, but he's glowing blue and he is transparent. He goes, "The time up!" And then fades away into a blast of bizarre ectoplasm. And with that, we're going to end our session for tonight. Thank you all for joining in. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait to pick it up next week.
Oh mega cat pie.
All right. How do we end this thing, Tom? I don't know.
That was awesome.
I'll do the outro. Our players included Oren Meyer, Dakota Poole, Lusick, Thielshire, JD Dos Passos, and myself, with Colin Richards as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.